Hello Cancerians, welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new, thank you for coming. Hope you enjoy the reading. Please don't forget to like and share or like and subscribe so that it circulates for other people who may not normally have found my channel. So now this is a general reading. It may apply to you, or aspects of it may apply to somebody else that you're dealing with at the moment, or that you're sort of relating to right now. So just see how things go for you. It's quite a detailed reading, so I try to touch as many aspects as possible. And then, so as I said, quite often it may apply to someone else that you're dealing with directly. If you have influences in your chart associated with another sign, like you have an alternate sign for your ascendant or your moon or your Venus or some other aspect which you know strongly does influence you, then you can cross-watch to the other videos I have and get more insights there. I've already shuffled and laid out the cards. I use the 12 houses of the zodiac. And so as the cards are appearing in each house, then those are the influences that are coming to bear at this time. I'm also bringing in the bottom of the deck now because I'm finding that a lot of elements that are contained in the bottom of the deck are actually appearing throughout the chart as well. So with that, for this month coming up, overtures of Saturn return age are coming up for you, and they're appearing, as I said, through different aspects of your chart. So this is primarily a card of wisdom and understanding. So this is looking back at events that have occurred in your life, or the pattern of your life, for good or bad, however you want to look at it. There is no bad really, or there is no good. It's all for your highest good. Whatever your experience you're going through, it's all to shape you, to make you into the diamond that you can become. So all of that, you look back at that, you see what has occurred. You have more understanding now. You're older, you're a bit wiser, and you can take that knowledge and you can apply it better to your current circumstances. So this is what has stood the test of time, what has really worked for you, what hasn't, and you go with those. All illusions will fall away, and you will see things for what they are. And as I said, the past will be strongly highlighted for you, but you mustn't live there. You can look at it objectively, take what you can to learn from it, but move forward, always move forward. So aspects of this card coming up in your chart is intensity, restriction. You may feel restricted in some ways. It's about finding your own truth. It's also about finding your own purpose and destiny. You get chances to do this periodically, where you kind of have a revision, and you look at how things have worked out for you. Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? Are you doing what you're meant to do? Things like that. And Saturn gives you the opportunity to strip away what is not working for you, and to now follow what it is you're supposed to be doing. So there's a freedom in that. Okay. So it's about purpose, it's about destiny, it's destiny taking form, and that's sorting out the rough from the smooth. It's about patience, having patience, because this is a slow journey. In some cases, you're going to have to go back to the drawing board, so there's a form of correction going on. It's also about leadership in yourself, and leadership in what it is you want to do, taking responsibility for what it is you want, your own goals, and so on. And there's a form of liberation in that. When you take responsibility for your own goals, when you are actually able to see what it is that you can do to move forward by stripping away what is not serving you anymore, then there's liberation in that. It's about determination as well. Things may be difficult right now, but they will get better. This is a testing time. It's whatever you achieve now during this period will be solid. Okay. It's also about stripping away illusions about yourself, illusions about others, illusions about just whatever is going on in your life at this time. So there may be a little bit of disappointment there, but it's necessary to face the truth and to strip away what is not serving you right now. Build a better foundation. You also, as I said, need to consider your goals. They may be changing a little bit now, especially if you're a bit older and you're now looking back and thinking, well, that didn't work. Okay, why didn't it work? What can you apply now? What wisdom can you apply now? What you have learned, through your experiences, what can you apply now to bring that about or to change your goals? It's also about, as I said, looking at the past, but just don't live there. So look at them objectively, use your reasoning abilities to sort that out, and to be discerning about what you want to take with you now going forward. You must always look forward, but only look back with understanding and wisdom. Okay, so on to the first house. First house is your house of yourself, your physical body, your vitality, it's your personality, your characteristics, what you project to other people. Because what they see and what you see are two different things. They will see something different because that's what you're projecting, all right? So what are you projecting to others? What are they perceiving about you? And also, this card is also very much about the, as I said, the physical body, yourself. It's also your personal self-oriented interests. And it's also your personal independence, how you are making your way forward in the world, what you're doing on a daily basis, your outlook, just your general demeanor. All of that comes into the first house. So now with your destiny coming in, there is going to be, as I said, intensity and restriction at this time. You may just be feeling that you've got the world on you for some reason. So this card is about finding your purpose and your destiny. It's about finding your truth, okay? So you also need to trust that all will work out, even though things may be stressful right now. So it's a deep-seated trust in yourself, all right? So you may be, forced to focus on what is working for you right now. Weed out all the unnecessary things that just are not serving you, not helping you right now. You may feel like you're pioneering a little bit, like you're having to weather the storm. Okay, but pioneering has its own rewards. You don't necessarily have support. You don't have people around you who are going to tell you or help you with what you need to do. You need to find out for yourself, because your own inner GPS has got this. You know exactly what to do. You just have to go internally, have a good long look hard at yourself, internally assess what you want, take responsibility for your goals, and really focus on yourself, because from that you will find your path. You will find your truth and you will find your path forward. Just follow your own inner GPS. You may be feeling out of step with others at this time, so almost like a black sheep, or like you don't fit in. Okay, however that works out for you, that's fine, because this card is about that. It has that energy about it where you just don't, you're doing things for yourself, you're doing things in your own way, you're finding your own truth and your own path, and that's very, very important. It's a form of pioneering, okay? So it's all very necessary in order for you to find that truth. You already know what to do. If you have any health issues coming up, you need to deal with those, because that is going to assist you to move forward. It may involve a lifestyle change, quite a drastic lifestyle change. Cut out things which you know are not good for you, okay, and they're not helping you. Cut them out, change your lifestyle, because the circumstances that you can create now are going to be very good for you to achieve your goals, all right? So create optimal circumstances for you to achieve your goals. You're going to need patience, and you're going to need to be adaptable as well. Then in the second house, we have Mercury retrograde reinvention. Second house is your house of income, so the money that's coming in for you. It's also your house of your self-worth, and it's your house of your values, what you value in yourself, what you value in others, and in your possessions. This is all about ownership, property, land, all kinds of possessions, and your relationship with that, okay? So with Mercury retrograde reinvention, this is you taking a good long hard look at everything, which is fully indicated already by the two cards we've had before. So this is you taking a long hard look at everything. You're going to have to go back to the drawing board on quite a bit. How you view yourself, how you view others, your self-worth, your value to yourself, to others, in the world. Everything is going to get an overhaul right now. You really need to bring out the magnifying glass, have a good long hard look. Don't be afraid to look at certain things. We all have great value. We all have, parts of ourselves that we deny. So you need to live your best life now. And you need to pull that out of yourself, and part of that is the reinvention, okay? So you're going to be looking at things again, looking at yourself again, looking at your path, your values, what you value, your possessions. If you've got a whole lot of things in your home or around you that you don't need and don't want, to get rid of them. Free up the energy, give yourself space. It could also be that your income, the way you are earning your income right now needs an overhaul as well. You're going to be looking at everything very carefully. If you've had a plan to launch something or make a big action, either a big purchase or launch, starting something or some kind of big action which is requiring a lot of energy and possibly money and time, try and postpone it for a while. This energy will probably sort of be with you for some time, at least a week and a half, minimum week and a half, maybe longer during the course of this month. So wait for the energies to shift before you do this big launch or you take this big action or you make that big purchase, because if you try to do it while these energies are in this unpredictable state, which is what happens with Mercury retrograde, things become unpredictable, then you're going to find that you're going to have mishaps, you're going to have miscommunication, delays, things not working. So you might make a big purchase, it doesn't work, or it needs some kind of adjustment, you're going to have to take it back. Or just emails, communications of all kinds of steps that you try to take to fix something or change something or make a big launch of some kind. Things just somehow have the potential to go wrong, or they just go awry. And people misunderstand you, or there's miscommunication going on. So it's a good time to go back to the drawing board, to have another look at what it is you are planning, because when you do that, you will pick up things that weren't going to have worked anyway. They won't have worked. So you'll be able to pick that up, you'll be able to correct it. So it's a revise, review, redo, anything with a re in front of it. You can have a look at it again, and you're going to come up with a much better plan, with a much better course of action, or just a much better purchase. Okay, so just wait, have a good look, go over things again. Everything's open to revision, back to the drawing board. You may also find that people are coming back from the past. Some people that you may know, friends or colleagues, are coming back into your life, or just things are coming back into your life. That does happen sometimes with Mercury retrograde. But overall, it's a kind of correction going on. But it's also a very, very important phase to meditate, to actually relook at everything again and come up with a revised plan. It's a very good time to do that. Then in the third house, we have Sun Spirit. So now with this, this is coming into your third house, which is your house of communication. So this is written, verbal, online, however you communicate. It's also body language. And it's also, it governs all forms of all kinds of documents and contracts, okay? So it's also the house of short journeys. So now this communication that you're giving out, it could be with anybody, it could be on a bigger public forum, at work, with other people around you, but it also can be to specific family members. So this can be siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, relatives of all kinds, and also neighbors may come in as well. So with the Sun Spirit coming in, this is a lovely card, and actually it's going to give you quite a break this time around in this month. So this is a lovely card to be having, because it's going to help you with certain aspects of your self-expression. So this is about accessing your creativity. So whatever it is you're trying to do at this time, it's about accessing that creativity. It's inspiration coming in for you, or you may be inspirational to others. You're going to have enhanced vitality. It's also, you may have to step up in some way. You may have to step into the spotlight unexpectedly. But when you do that, suddenly you're being noticed. Suddenly your skills and your talents are being noticed. Or you're just in the spotlight for some reason. You could be receiving a reward or some kind of recognition. Something comes up for you where you are now being acknowledged, okay? So it's about harnessing your creative, your dynamic energies, your influential expression, and also leadership. You may have to take a leadership role. It's about charisma. So stepping up at just the right time to fulfill something. It may come to you at this time. It also may be applicable for you at this time to take a short trip into a sunny or warm place, all right? This is not an international trip necessarily. When I say international, I mean a very long distance. This is a local, shorter trip, or somewhere which is not too far away, and it's got a warmer climate, or it has a warm sort of aspect to it. And this is a place to go and have a bit of fun, relaxation. There's romance coming in there. So just a place to go and enjoy and just recharge, which may be highly indicated at this time to give you that boost. Okay, it could also be that you are planning a party or an event which is going to occur in the summer months. So this is quite a big event, and that you're busy involved in that, and it's all the lovely feelings that go around planning that event. Then in the fourth house, we have Uranus Genius. Fourth house is your house of home. It's your home life, your actual physical home, the actual structure, but it's also your home life and the people in your home. It's also your relationship with your family, your foundation, your roots, your ethnic identity, your ancestry. However, so it's home and family comes up with this card. So now with Uranus Genius coming in, this could come out in a number of ways. But always with Uranus, something unexpected is going to occur. So this is an unexpected change or shift. It's sudden. It's a surprise or a jolt, okay, comes at you out of nowhere. It's going to cause some kind of upheaval, but after that upheaval will come a form of liberation. So you could be freed from something, freed from an attitude or a concept or even a home, or from something that is going on in your environment which is affecting your home or your family life, or your ancestry or your roots. So there's some kind of shift. It's a big shift coming in, some kind of upheaval, but it will with Uranus comes a sense of liberation, some kind of freeing up is going on. You could also be having an awakening, because Uranus can do that. So it's an awakening, a sudden insight or realization comes to you. But it's a rapid adjustment to new circumstances, or to a new home even, or a relocation could even come up for you. But there's something new coming in, and it's your reaction to that and your adjustment to it. You could also be changing your lifestyle. So you're creating a more, sort of an unusual or a different type of lifestyle. So this is not your run-of-the-mill. It could also be that you have people of this nature in your home life, coming to your home, visiting you at your home, or you have people in your home in some way. They're different, they're unusual, they're not like you. They have different mindsets, they have different sexual orientation maybe. They could be quite exotic, or they could be foreign. Or they're just very clever with technology. That can also come in with this card. So you could have this going on in your home life, but also it's also about your original expression in your home life, your individuality, and bringing that creativity into your home life as well. It could also be about that you may be having some sort of technology upgrade in your home life. It could be that you're upgrading your electronics and your technology in your home, or your laptop or something like that. Or if you're running a business from home, then you could be having an upgrade or a necessary upgrade. It could even be camera equipment that you may be using, things like that. This card can also bring in rebellion, all right? So you may be having a rebellion in your home life, or you are just rebelling from something that has upset you, or something that's just not working right now. So as I said, liberation comes from that, but it's going to cause quite a stir, or something is going to cause a stir, and you're going to be going through that and hopefully reaching that liberation on the other side of that. It could also be that you're having renovation in your home, or you're doing something in your actual home structure which is going to create a change, create something new coming in for you. Then in the fifth house, we have fire element desire. Fifth house is the house of your creativity. So there's it keeps coming up quite a bit. So you may be starting a new creative adventure, or you're involved in a profession, or you're starting a new job or a new business from home, or something where you're needing to access your creativity. So fifth house is about that. It's your creative expression. It's also the house of children, your children or other people's children that you're associated with. It's the house of love affairs. It's the house of all sorts of fun and pleasurable activities. Fun activities. It could be sports. It could be club activities. It could just be the relationship you have in a love affair, the pleasurable activities there. It's also the speculative activities like gambling, or working on the stock exchange, or having that as a hobby. So with fire element desire coming in, you can expect quick changes again. So changes is definitely on the board here. So quick changes coming in. You're going to find you're feeling more passionate and enthusiastic about something. It could be a new direction that you're moving in, or it's a new form of creativity which you're taking up. Something is going to spark you. So a fire will be lit. It's a fresh start. You're clearing the decks of the old things and you're starting something new, or you're taking up a new interest or a new activity which is going to stimulate you. And it's going to stimulate your creativity. It could also be that your children are going through this and you are going through it with them, or you're seeing it in their life. But it's also, as I said, it's a very creative card, it's a very creative influence, it's a creative house. It could also be that romance is coming in for you, and if that's not applicable, then romance from with your children, or it's just the air of romance. Romance is an energy. It's having fresh flowers in your home. It's having lovely, beautiful, luxurious fabrics, luxurious food, luxurious activities. It's the air of romance may be coming in for you. But whatever it is, it's going to bring in a new perspective. It's a fresh start, a unique approach may be required. You may also need to be acting assertively with somebody at this time. So you need to be honest with others. You may be suffering under the sort of a bossy person at this time, so you need to get upfront with them about that. Or you could have ego issues surfacing in your environment. So you just need to protect your interests as well. Make sure that you're not being bulldozed in some way. This card also brings in courage and determination. So as I said, it could be to do with your children, or it could be you experiencing this, or it could be in a love affair. Just see how you go. But it's about that passionate enthusiasm, something coming in which is going to light the fire and move you in a way which is going to bring about a quick change or some kind of new direction in some way. Then in the 6th house, we have Saturn Truth. 6th house is your house of work, your workplace, your work colleagues, and your daily work routines. It's also the house of your self-mastery of your craft, whatever craft it is that you do, whatever it is that you do. It's mastery of that. It's also your health and your diet, and it's the house of pets as well. So with Saturn Truth coming in, things may be difficult right now in this house. But they will get better. With Saturn around, you've got to really apply yourself. You have to apply yourself, shoulder to the wheel. You really have to just nose to the grindstone. You may be feeling unacknowledged at this time, or have overtures of that. Or you just need to be beavering away, doing something, but the rewards will come. They may not be there now, but they will come. It's a testing time. So this is about also sifting through what is working and what is not working for you in this house. It's a slow progress card. It's about patience, and it's about application. So you applying yourself to whatever it is that you're involved with in this house. But whatever you achieve now in this house, whether it's work or health related, it's going to have a very solid foundation. So whatever you achieve now will be solid. Okay. Because it's a testing time, and what you put into place and it's solid in this time will be there a long term. This card is also about stripping away illusions of all kinds. So the rose-tinted spectacles come off. You now see things very clearly. You see the truth of whatever it is going on in this house. You can now make better decisions because you need to strip away what is not working, what just isn't right for you now, or what you've outgrown. Okay, so strip it away and get back to basics and get back to realistic goals, and then work hard at those to bring them in. From a health and diet point of view, just watch your vitamin D. You may need to boost that at this time. Your calcium and your magnesium, boost that. Everything to do with your bones, your teeth. And your skeletal structure. You may need a trip to the chiropractor, or you may need a trip to the dentist. If there's something you've been putting off, see to it now, because Saturn can bring up all those issues, and you may have an unexpected tooth emergency, or just be feeling your age, or feeling stiff and achy and so on. And so your calcium, your magnesium, and your vitamin D levels need to be checked. Then in the 7th house, we have North Node, Life's Purpose. Lovely card to be having in here. Your 7th house is your house of your personal one-on-one relationships. So this is your personal love relationship, your one-on-one love relationship, a partnership or a marriage, or it could be, so it's a committed partner, right? Or it could be a business partnership coming up for you, or some other significant close one-on-one relationship. So with North Node Life's Purpose coming in, this is saying to you that you need to focus on your relationship right now, your close personal relationship, that significant other or that business partnership. You need to really focus on that now, because there's purpose in this. There's great purpose in this, and there's opportunity in this as well. So it's about positive karma. This is bringing positive karma in. Perhaps this person is part of your positive karma, and you need to really nurture this relationship. You need to nurture them. And you need to really show appreciation and gratitude for them, and to really focus on the relationship, make it work, because this is going to be your bedrock, and this is really a positive karmic relationship for you. There's great purpose in this relationship. So whether this is an existing one, you need to, if this is an existing one, you need to work at it to bring in greater fulfillment, because the opportunity is very much there for you now to do this. If it's a new one coming in, it's a fairly new relationship, but it's committed, then this is a destiny card. So this is a life altering relationship. It's destined for you. It's fated for you, and there's the great opportunity for fulfillment there. Your timing is good. You've got good opportunities to get strong emotional security in. This person is part of your soul family. So you need to nurture this relationship, whether it's, as I said, a love relationship or a business partnership. You need one-on-one time. You need time together to work on things. So really work on it, focus on it, and nurture it as best you can, because it's going to bring you good rewards. Then in the 8th house, we have Black Moon Lilith Mystery. So this house is the house of sexual connections with your committed partner. It's also the sharing of material and emotional resources between you and your partner, whether it's a love partner or a business partner. And if none of that is applying for you, it's also the house of big finance. So this is insurance, investments, taxes, assets, and banking, accounting. It's also legacies, sort of like inheritances, things like that. It's also handling other people's money, which may be a profession for you at this time. So this house also has the element of endings and beginnings attached to it. So something with Black Moon Lilith Mystery coming in, you may just have a situation where there are unknown factors going on in this house. So you're waiting for something to happen, or there's something lurking, or there are undercurrents going on, and you just can't quite see which way things are going, or you're just not certain how things are going to unfold for you in this house. So things are unknown, you're waiting for an outcome. The way may not be clear. Things are obscured right now, or deliberately obscured, or you're just feeling that things are just not clear right now. There are undercurrents that you're trying to grapple with. It could also be that with this house having that endings and beginnings aspect to it, something may have ended for you, or something may be ending for you, and you've got a strong, deep emotions about it, or you're seeing this in somebody else that you're close to at this time. And those dark emotions can really take over and control, get out of control. You need to get them under control. You need to find a healthy outlet for these darker emotions, or this other person that you may be involved with may have to do this. So get the dark emotions under control. Be very, very careful about this. Don't let loose and let rip, because you will undo a lot of hard work that you've already had in place for some time. So these are things that you hold in secret. So don't allow these darker emotions to fester, or don't harbor them. Find a healthy outlet. So these dark emotions I'm talking about are things like feeling slighted, bitterness, revenge, bitchiness as well can come in, and fear and anger, and sort of deep-seated unhappiness over something that has occurred. So it's just really feeling very unhappy about what has gone on, and those becoming sort of bitter, dark emotions, which kind of eat you up, Revenge, rebellion comes in here as well. So find a healthy outlet for them and exercise discretion in that, in what you say and what you do, the actions that you take at this time, because you may undo a lot of good work that you've spent years building up. So what we hold in secret comes up now at this time. So do your best to find a healthy outlet for that. Then in the ninth house, we have Aquarius, I know. So the ninth house is the house of international travel, so very long distance journeys. It's also the house of all things international or foreign. So this could be foreign cultures that you're learning about or understanding or dealing with from a business perspective. If dealing with foreign people, online to people in different countries, so on. It's also the house of higher education. So this is university education or adult education. You may be contemplating a course or something at this time, or your career. So you're undertaking the degree that's going to get you there. It's also the house of deeper understanding when it comes to philosophy, religion, and belief systems of all kinds, whether these are your belief systems or somebody else's. It's also the house of teaching, publishing, and promotional work of all kinds, public relations. It's also the house of the law and the higher courts. So you may be involved in a legal issue right now. It's about finding meaning and gaining wisdom in some ways as well. You may even be studying the law if it comes up in this house. With Aquarius, I know this brings in a kind of a doorway into the future. So you may be getting glimpses of the future in some way. So this is insight, intuition coming to you about the way things are going, future concepts. So you'll have a heightened understanding of certain things, or a genius about what you're choosing and what you're seeing and what you're doing in this house. So it's also about mastery. This card is about mastery of all of these concepts. So you may get an original idea or some kind of download, like an insight or an intuition, and then it's the mastery of that, the learning around that, how I can apply that to my life. It's also about being rational as well. Aquarians are very rational. So this is kind of an unemotional decision or an unemotional look at things. This card also brings in technology. This is cutting edge technology or technology upgrades of some kind. It also rules science fiction. So if you're involved in publishing, that could be coming in for you. It also rules space and space travel and so on. So it's a very futuristic, very highly tech card that's coming in, but it also indicates that something that you may be doing in this house at this time, perhaps you're taking a course of study, you're going to get support from friends and alliances at this time. Or it could just be that your general ideas and what it is you're doing in your life, you're going to get the support of your friends and your alliances at this time. You may also be coming into contact with very unusual or different people. They're exotic, they're different from you, they have different orientations to you, they see things differently, and it's your learnings with that, your interactions with that, your experiences with that, what you're seeing and understanding through them. This card is also could very well be bringing in international travel for you, long distance travel, and all your experiences and what you learn there. So you may be very well coming into contact with people who are foreign at this time. Then in the 10th house, we have Mars Force. 10th house is the house of career, your public status, your fame, and your reputation comes in here. It's also the house of authority figures, whether they're in your home, a family member, or in your actual home, or it could be somebody that you look up to in your career, or just somebody you admire in general. With the Mars card coming in, this is the warrior energy. Okay, so you're going to be facing a challenge of some kind in this house. And you may have to compete for something, or you may have to confront somebody or confront a situation, or you may have to defend yourself. But it's your warrior energy coming out. Okay, so there's some kind of interaction going on which is going to stimulate this in you. But it's a challenge that you're facing. Action is needed in consideration of your goals. So whatever your goals are, you need to take action on them in some way. You may be feeling driven at this time because Mars is your power, how you get things done. Okay, so you may be feeling driven at this time. A fire has been lit and you've now seen what it is you want, some ambition that you're after, and you're going after it. This card can also bring in aspects to do with sports, the military or law. Okay, so you may be having aspects of that coming in. Perhaps it's a career option for you at this time. But whatever it is, you're going to get this this Mars energy, which is going to back you, and it's going to give you that push to get things done. Then in the 11th house, we have Mercury Mind. 11th house is your house of friendships. It's also the house of your personal hopes and dreams and your hobbies and interests. And it's also the house of your contacts and your networks and whatever groups you're a member of. This can be an association or a society or a club, or it could even be that you're in a group of companies, any kind of group situation where you're involved in an endeavor with others. Okay, so now this house can also cover global consciousness, so group consciousness, global trends. So this is what's going on in society, and also social reforms, social causes, if that's of interest to you. So with Mercury Mind coming in, you need to use your discernment at this time. So apply your mental faculties, think things through. Be very careful what you say at this time. All words are going to be hugely important, whether you're putting them down in writing or whether you're saying them. So be careful you don't get involved in arguments of all kinds. Whatever words you are speaking, they need to be truthful and honest, but they also need to be, just be discerning what you say and how you say it. Because if you're involved in gossip of any kind, or you're passing on gossip of any kind, it could come back to you really quite quickly and very unpleasantly. So be careful about that. But also some other people may be speaking about you at this time. And scandals may occur right now with this. But back to the writing and the editing and the speaking, all of that may come in for you. All written things are important. So what you put into words what it is you want and expect, and go forward with that. You may be required to speak up in some way in a group setting. You could also be sort of exposed to more technology of some kind, or perhaps you're online in a group, and what you say on that group is important. Pay attention to what is being said. And don't get distracted as well. That can also come in with this card. Too many things going on, talking too much, too many aspects, juggling too many balls. You need to actually focus with this card as well. Your friendships are going to be very important, so nurture those. You may, as I said, may have to apply your mental precision to that. Use your humor as well. Be witty. It's also about observation and reasoning at this time. You could also be going on a trip of some kind. This is probably a local trip where cars and maps are involved. It could be that you're going on either with a group activity that you're involved in, or you're going with a friend. So a friend pulls up and says, come on, let's go for a little trip, and you head off somewhere. All of that comes in with Mercury, but it's electronics and vehicles come in it's ruled by Mercury as well. Then in the 12th house, we have Cancer, I feel. So 12th house is the house of the unconscious. So it's what you feel in your deepest recesses, what your motivations and your drives are. It's also where you go when you need to reflect and when you need to have a bit of solitude. You go to your 12th house. It's also the house of your spiritual life. So, your meditation, your thoughts around that, your understandings on that, mysticism, healing. It's the house of selfless service or service to others. So that could be a profession for you. So it's helping others. It's also the house of escapism. So this is just literally escaping through distractions of all kinds, even if it's only temporary, just for a break. But when the escapism becomes a problem like an addiction, that can also come in under the 12th house as well. It's also the house of karmic lessons coming in for you. So it also covers your experiences in institutions of all kinds. So you could be working in an institution, or you could be visiting it either yourself or with somebody, and it's your experiences there. So that can be universities, libraries, hospitals, prisons even, or banking institutions, government institutions, everything that's going on in there. So with Cancer, I feel... what is this? You're going to be feeling deep emotions at this time. You're going to be feeling sensitive to others and to your own your own emotions. You need to rely on the wisdom of your feelings at this time to guide you. Okay, so you are going to be in your feels. Just don't go too deep, so that you can't get out. Okay, you will need to build resilience. Yes, you will need to retreat periodically to balance your emotions, but that is purposeful. Retreating is purposeful to come, so that you can center yourself again when things are feeling a bit wobbly or unbalanced. So that's it's a form of self-nurturing, which is highly indicated with this card. Self-nurturing and nurturing of others, your nearest and dearest. You may be feeling too much in your feels, and then you start going to becoming touchy or crabby or oversensitive and moody. Okay, so watch that tendency that may come in with this card. Also, the tendency with this card is to dwell in the past too much. You need to move forward. Yes, you can look at that, reflect on that, gain what you can out of it, see what purpose it had in your life, see the purpose it had in your life, and where you are now, and how you are now, and then move forward with that. So apply your wisdom and understanding. Okay. Women and women's issues and how women get along may be coming up for you. Mother figures or mother representatives in your life, and domestic issues may be coming up for you. With this card also comes forgiveness. Okay, forgiveness of yourself and forgiveness of others, because harboring, as I said, going too deep into your feels where you're now wallowing in it, is not going to serve you at this time. Forgive the circumstances, forgive them, and move on. Because if you keep hanging on to that, it's going to keep eating away at you. Rather focus on nurturing yourself and nurturing your family. Look at your food and your diet requirements, and culinary comes up with this card. You may just want to enjoy cooking up a storm, or cooking is therapeutic for you, or you may be wanting to do a culinary course of some kind, but it's all about nurturing. Look forward. You can look back in the rearview mirror, but don't live there. Look forward, move forward, use your wisdom and understanding to move yourself into a better space. Okay, Cancer, I hope you enjoyed that. Take care and have a good month, and I will see you next time. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe.